Concord servers are actually shutting down. But based on reactions from places like Twitter and Reddit, it seems like people are really unhappy about it. I'm gonna talk about all of it right now, so let's dive into it. And for those who are watching this and don't know what the Concord is, well, why did you click on this video? But I'll do a quick explanation, and for people that want to skip it, timestamp is right there. Concord is a 6v6 shooter that basically took Guardians of the Galaxy mixed with Overwatch and made it terrible. The movement was mid, the shooting was mid, everything about the game just screamed, you're not even trying to be new. And along with that, the characters below mid, honestly, they either look like straight terrible versions of other characters or the most bland designs you've ever seen. And because of this, the game didn't do too well. That coupled with some employee disputes, some people who worked on the game being a little bit weird and people very much disagreeing with that, it did not seem like this game was going to succeed in any way, shape, or form. And we got the first sign of that when the closed beta dropped. A beta that was only for PlayStation Plus members and meant for people who had pre-ordered the game. And let me tell you, the player count for the closed beta was close to a little bit over 1,000 people, which did not bode well at all. But it got even worse here. They had a open beta, meaning anyone, anywhere could play the game if you had a PC or a PlayStation, which if you didn't know is a lot of people. And let me tell you how many people signed up for the Concord beta and played it. Only 2,000-ish people for a free open beta. Didn't need to purchase anything. All you had to do was just straight download the game. That was a complete flop and we could all see it, but the Concord devs were staying strong, saying that no, we're just gonna ignore it, we know what we're doing the right thing, we understand. And no, they were completely wrong, as the full game had released to a whopping 660 peak all-time player count. And let me tell you, a lot of those players were leaving day by day. But basically the last time I reported on this game, which was literally a day ago, the player count was at a whopping 97 in the past 24 hours and around 104 24-hour peak. That is not good for especially a live service game, and they only sold 25,000 copies. This game was dead on arrival, the definition from now on, and they saw that and have now released a statement that I will read to you. Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC, and want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and the passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, many qualities of the experience resonated with players. We also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6, 2024 and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately and we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PS5 or PC. If you purchase the game for PlayStation 5 from the PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment method. Customers who have purchased from digital storefronts will also be refunded. More information about these refunds from Steam and Epic can be found down below. For people who purchased it on the Steam Store will refund players who bought the game over the coming days. Steam will send confirmations of the refund once it has been processed. Epic Game Store will refund players who bought the game over the coming days and will contact each customer directly to confirm that the refund has been processed. Other retailer refunds for the customers who have purchased physical copies at the retailer location outside of PlayStation directly, please refer to the refund process of the retailer you purchased it from to obtain your refund. Once refunded players who no longer have access to the game, will keep you updated. And thank you again to all the free gunners who have joined us in the Concord Galaxy. Wow, it's almost as if everyone anywhere with a functioning pair of eyes, or even if you're like Helen Keller, could have figured this out. It did not take a super genius to understand that the game was going to have results. It's honestly not crazy. I'm gonna read you some comments from some people who are upset, have mixed feelings, and have better solutions for the game. But first, I would urge you, if you do want to share your thoughts and opinions with me, please do in the comment section down below. I'm curious to hear what you guys think of Concord, and if you also foresaw the game shutting down, as you know, anybody who could see. But a lot of people were stating in these comment sections or discussions saying that Concord could just go free. I mean, they're already refunding players, so why not keep the game servers up and go free instead? Well, that would be nice, but it costs money to run servers, and a game that doesn't generate money would just burn PlayStation money. And unless the game is supposed to be a front for money laundering, then it would not not be in their best interest to actually keep the server up. And most of the time you make contracts with these server companies to have it up for a certain amount of time. People like Moist Critical on his video speculated, hey, the game will probably be up for a year even though it's dying, and then they'll just not renew their contract for the server. Well, I don't know what type of deal they made, but that shit must have only been for a month, because even PlayStation, Sony themselves had to have seen that this game was going to fail and was doomed from a start. We can see this in the Twitter replies to Dexterdo posting that Concord servers are shutting down, with someone saying, why would they not just make it free to play? Another person replied saying, because it costs money to keep servers up and people aren't going to play a shit game because it's free. In reality, he's right and wrong-ish. If the game was free, you probably would have an influx of players that would download it and try it out. Me personally, I would try and convince my friends to play it and download it just so we could fuck around for like a day or two, but the game really isn't that entertaining. Past that, it would kind of just be very, very boring. And that's what a lot of the sentiments are on Twitter, at least on this post, saying, why not just make it free to play? Make the game free to play. Why don't you have the game be free so people could just play it regardless if you're already giving refunds? Well, the company still needs to make money. You slap a free label on it doesn't mean that you hit the old Fortnite glitch and all of a sudden you start raking in cash. No, your game still has to be at least good for people to want to spend money on the game. And the game is still bad at the end of the day. And it reigns the same sentiment as if it was $40. Instead of it being like, why go play this $40 game? We can go play these $3 games. It would be, why go play this bland, underdeveloped game when you can go play something like Overwatch that is actually fully developed, looks good, and is concrete in its design. But those are just Twitter replies. I also have Reddit replies for you as well. Under the official Concord subreddit, where they announced they will be shutting down servers and having their departure soon, someone replied saying, holy shit, 8 years of development just to shut down the servers in 2 weeks? Surely Sony will learn from this huge failure, right guys? Right? My response to that being, fuck no. They definitely won't. They will still probably try to dive into the live service, somehow weed their way in, and that shit probably is going to do terribly. But someone replied saying 8 years is a long fucking time to release a game where the popularities have come and gone. Honestly, the best for these types of games is development in tandem with players' feedback as early access. Another person replied saying, I think 8 years is a stretch, maybe doing some concepts here and there, but there was barely no marketing or hype around this game till a few months ago. And honestly, are kind of correct, at least from these comments. 8 years to develop this game and it was nothing special, quite literally the bare bones of making a hero shooter, and nothing really new being brought to the table outside of you float a little bit. You touch the ground a lot in Overwatch, so why not lower the gravity so you float in this one? And that does not really help in any way, shape, or form. Other people have different statements though, with someone saying, what are their options? Only thing I can see is to relaunch as a free-to-play. Can't see them reworking the whole game for a single player. Someone responding saying, honestly, this is what they should do. Even a free-to-play, it's just gonna get a blip in players and then die again. Close the game now, shut down the studio, and erase this garbage from existence as much as they can. This is what they deserve for shutting down Japan studios for this crap. Another person replying saying, maybe they'll just listen to the gaming community and actually put in some good looking / hot characters, add the ability to use private dedicated servers, create bot / single player versions, like just take the things the gamers wanted from the game and actually put them in there. Or they can bury their heads in the sand and refuse to look at the games like Genshin Impact, who are able to pull billions in revenue. Their overall consensus being, hey, either go free to play or Men in Black our shit, meaning please erase this monstrosity from everyone's memory. Anyone who might have accidentally seen it, saw some footage of the gameplay, bleach their eyes out and make sure they never tell another soul about the game. But I just wanted to talk about it. It's really good that they're offering a refund at least. Some other scummy companies probably would have just said, fuck you, we're gonna shut the service down anyway, you could eat a dick. But at least they're giving players back their money. It is unfortunate to see that 8 years of development couldn't produce a good game, and the millions of dollars they sunk into this game. It's only speculative numbers, but no, it is a lot of money. It was basically just burned in a fucking instant. Those are just my thoughts and opinions. If you want to tell me your thoughts, the best place to do that would be the comment section down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoy content like this, then please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.